Well, the highway to Hammond continues 2024. We're at Strawberry Stadium all this week, and on Thursday at 7:30 p.m., the Episcopal boys will try to defend their title once again. So I want to welcome on the show. He's won the title last year in penalties against Menard, Holy Savior Menard, and that is the Episcopal Baton Rouge boys, coached by Coach Kieran Bullock. Coach, welcome aboard. And welcome again, and congrats on another great season.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Listen, let's go back to last year. Probably one of the best state finals I've ever seen. Goes to that PK shootout. I mean, just a great action-packed game. And there was a lot of action back and forth in that game, despite the goals. What did you go from, that game was tight, to winning your first state championship? So take me back to that night. What were those feelings like?
For me personally, it was relief to get over the line finally. Obviously, we've been there before in previous years. The year before that, 2 years before that, we were there back to back and lost to Newman our first year when we made it there, and then losing to Pope John Paul the second time round. I think the third time round when we went there, it was more. It was just more business. We usually when you get to a state final, the school likes to do like a big production and all that little stuff. We kind of last year just said, hey, we're going to take away from everything that we're going to strip it right down, and we're just going to go there, take care of business, and hopefully win one. So we were very fortunate. It was a mountain of a game, to say the least. I think Menard came out, played really strong, really well, and then us going one down, going 2-1 up, then getting the equalizer to make it 2-2, and then in the end it was just whoever's legs could see him through. And I hate that games are decided on golden goals and stuff like that. I think penalties it went down to just two teams that in the end were just battling and we were very fortunate. I was very relieved because I didn't want to. I think my assistant coach Kevin said to me, if we had lost that one, I think I would have gone down in the history books as the coach just got to a final 3 times and lost it 3 times. I don't think anybody's done that this time round. So I'm just glad that we got over the line and finally won one.
So, okay, you've got the title, relief, right? Now you come back this year. Tell me about this year. What was it like being the target, being the team that won it all last year, and now you come back this year and you're back in the title race again? So take me through this season, how it started and how it's gone through the playoffs.
Yeah, it's we put together a very tough schedule.
Mm-hmm.
We always said to the boys, come this time round, if we were going to defend it, I wanted to make sure every scenario was covered, every type of game, every type of opponent. We got to see it was going to help us to get where we were. You're looking at our schedule. We played the St. Paul's, Catholic, Dutchtown, Sanamar, U High, Willow, STM, Captain Shreve. We've played some tough teams and some big games. So we were prepared. And then the route to the final, when the seedings came out, PR rankings came out, we looked at it and we knew for us to get back to the final, it was going to be a tough road. We would be on the road again. We've only played, in regular season, we've only played 2 home games all year. And then we got 2 playoff games at home. So all in all, we've only played 4 home games all year. And we've been on the road all the time. And so that was where the preparation was making sure that we were prepared, playing on turf, playing against all these big boys, and then coming in as the 8th seed as a returning champion. It actually took a lot of pressure off our backs being that 8th seed, because nobody really kind of thought anything of us. Everybody's obviously, no disrespect to other teams, but the main teams that everybody still talks about, which is it's true, but Menard being number 1, ESA being 2. Obviously, you've got Newman, who were 5th, but they should have been higher as well. But they just played a very tough schedule as well. So, like I said, we knew what we had to do to get to a final, and we're blessed that it kind of worked out for us. And every game it's been a battle for us, but it's made us stronger. So that's where we are right now.
Knowing what you know about your team and that you played that hard schedule and that they're battle tested and everything, being the 8th seed, was it kind of fun being able to play the underdog role?
Oh yeah, 100%. In previous years, going back to when we went to two finals against Newman and Pope, we were, I think, one or two seed going in. So we'd been the favourites to go in and play, and I was like, and we kind of buckled. Last year we were a low seed as well. I think we were 7th last year and won it. Kind of took the pressure off them with a tough schedule, and it's the same thing this year. I think the boys cherish it. It's fun because nobody really was talking about us, really said anything, which is fine. That's how we roll. That's how we kind of do our thing. And like I said, we're battle tested, and I think the boys are just ready to go, ready for another night in Hammond.
So let's look at that's Thursday. No, that's Wednesday at 7:00 in Hammond, 7:30 in Hammond, right?
Correct.
So you're gonna face off with a good friend of yours. That's Coach Adam Glover from ESA. Y'all been groomsmen in each other's weddings, been knowing each other for a while, even have a little history in the playoffs. So what's it like when you have such a good friend that's a coaching friend, and you're in the same division and you're about to go play for it all? Do you even talk to him this week, or do you wait till after the game? And how long after the game do you wait?
It's funny. We have a group chat, myself and Matty Lambert from Shreveport.
Right.
We kind of give a little banter between each other. And Adam Glover didn't reply back to, I think, one of the messages. And then I said to him, "Oh, so you're not going to speak to me?" He said, "No, we're speaking. I'm trying to keep quiet. I'm trying to keep calm." For me, I said to him, we wanted the Hollywood final. We've always called it the Hollywood final between me and him. Last year, Menard beat him in the last minute because we were looking forward to playing each other in that final. This year, he's navigated through really well on the other side of the bracket to get through. So it's I've always said if I get to a final and I lose to somebody who is one of my best friends, it's a win-win for both of us. Both of us are happy that we're there. I think at the end of the game, regardless of whoever wins, loses, if I lose, I'll be celebrating with Glover as well, because I know the amount of hard work he's put into that program, and what he's done for those kids. I tip my hat off to him.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's one of my best friends, and I'm very proud that I get to coach a game against him in the final.
And of course, you'd be upset that you'd be the one to not give him that joy. But it'd be some good banner later on, wouldn't it be? Like when the sting dies a little bit, right?
100%. It'll be one of them things where if he wins, I won't hear the end of it.
Oh, right.
I know that. I know what he's like. He'll say something, but it's all in good spirit. It really is. Like I said, whoever comes out on top and wins it, I think we'll both be very happy for each other.
All right. So looking at that game, what has to happen for you to be raising that second trophy at the end of that night?
Just have to keep to the game plan. I think we always talk about pressure, and it's unfortunate that sometimes the pressure can get to the players, but I have to learn from it. Hopefully my ones who have been there before, a core of them have been playing together since day one, so that they're making 4 finals in 5 years, so they understand the pressure. And for us to get over the line, I think it's just going to be whoever's able to handle the pressure, and whoever just stays to their game plan more than anything else.
Before I let you go, which one of those players that you're talking about, that core of players, which one of those has stepped up the most this year as a leader on this team to make sure that you get back to the state championship game?
We have a few seniors that have been in the program for a while. Most notably, Alden Romano, who's our centre mid captain. He was the youngest captain that the school's had when we put him in place as a captain, because he has that leadership quality. He's not a vocal captain, but what he does is he leads by example. Last year against Newman, that 5-4 thriller. We raced into a 3-0 lead. Newman pegged us back, ended up getting 4-3, and then Alden decided that he was going to carry the team on his shoulder, hit a header in to make it 4-4, and then banged in the free kick to make it 5-4. The final last year, you talk about resilience from a leader. He jarred his knee probably in the first 20 minutes of that final and had to come off the field. I remember my athletic trainer just looking at me saying, I don't know if he can carry on. And I just looked at Alden and I was like, hey, man, it's up to you. It's a final. What do you want to do? And he just turned around and was like, coach, give me my cleats. Let's go. I'll walk back on the field. And the kid ended up playing the whole game, extra time, golden goal, scored a penalty. And then the next day I had to go to the doctors and found out he had like a minor tear in his ACL. So that just shows that's the commitment that you can, the sort of commitment from these boys that is just, you can't teach that. Right. And so as a captain, as a leader, I think everybody just turned around and was like, wow, that's a kid. He did it again this past weekend against Newman when we needed a goal, stepped up and got the goal for us, defended like a madman in the midfield and was fantastic. We have Lane Mendoza, who's also a senior, who's my centre forward. Kid is one of the most technical players I've ever coached, and just a real soccer player. Great kid as well. And it's not often that you come across a kid who's just so humble, and he really is a humble kid. And then at the back, I've got one of the other seniors, Ahebwa Mumanzuma. And for a kid who doesn't play soccer all year round, who is a very smart and very intelligent kid who does a lot of extracurricular stuff. The kid just plays soccer just because he loves it. He just enjoys being out there, and he's been a rock at the back after we graduated our captain last year, our vice captain, sorry. When we graduated him out, Ahebwa stepped in and has been fantastic from day one. So we're senior heavy this year, and a lot of them have been with the program, and I've had the opportunity, and I've been blessed that I've coached a lot of these kids in MLS Next. I've had a few of them, and so I'm very blessed. I'm able to see them out and graduate them out, and like I said, I said to them, this is for them. They did all the hard work. They just got to get over the line now against another team, and we'll go from there.
Well, Coach, like I said, it's been an amazing run all the way since last year. Now you're back at it, back at Strawberry Stadium, 7:30 on this Wednesday against ESA. Good luck, Coach. Hopefully you're pulling up that trophy for a second time and giving it a big kiss at the end of that night, and I'm interviewing you again. Other than that, it'll be your good friend Adam, but good luck to you, Coach, and Episcopal, and I'm sure we'll see you Wednesday.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach.